2008 G35X 3.5. I'm going to do some spark plugs of this. They're pretty easy, pretty expensive too. Got to get this cover off. 5 10mm bolts. $10mm here. Hose clamp here. Hose clamp here. 8mm or a regular screwdriver, and you can get these clamps off. You can go ahead and take that one off. Here's your spark plug. They're coil-on plug. There's 3 on a side. You're going to have to take these throttle bodies off. I'm going to take one spark plug off first to see what kind of plug is in here, to make sure I replace it with the same spark plug. Yeah, 10mm. There's a clip on here. Take it off. Now these spark plugs are 14mm. I don't have a 14mm spark plug socket, so I just use a 14mm deep well. You just kind of want to be careful and just make sure you get them out square, you know. Well, getting them out isn't such a big deal as putting them in. You don't want to crack the porcelain. I could put a piece of rubber inside of this deep well too, but I'm not going to, because really all you got to do is loosen up the plug and just get in here with a magnet and pull the thing out. Alright, I went to the parts store and I got the right spark plugs for this. I got the same exact ones I took out of it. Since I don't have a spark plug socket for this, I'm just going to use a needle nose and just ever so gingerly drop it down in the hole so I don't damage the electrode, and start it by hand. I always start spark plugs by hand. You only need to be torqued to about 15 foot-pounds, which isn't much. Just enough to crush the ring all the way. There's 4 5mm Allen screws on these throttle bodies. You don't need to unplug anything, you just disconnect it and get it out of the way. These gaskets are supposed to be reusable, so you just want to make sure there's no crud in there. And then you should be able to get at these other two pretty easy. By the way, these are always pre-gapped. You don't want to gap them. You don't want to stick anything in that electrode because you could damage it. So they should be nice and square looking. Just drop them in. You don't want to go in a crisscross pattern either. When you tighten these down, just snug them down a little bit. Go in a circle. Then do your final torque. If I were to make a guess, I'd say it's about 8 foot-pounds. I don't know, you're going to want to look that one up if you care so much. I do them by hand. I've got some things that are in the way, but I think I can sneak it out without doing anything. It's tight, but it comes out. That's it.